Are you all ready for these cakes? Not that type of cake. This type of cake. Oh my god. Alright, y'all, today we're gonna talk about Dulce Ambición. If y'all aren't watching this show, y'all are sleeping. Y'all need to get on this ASAP. So if you're watching it, I'm gonna catch y'all up and tell you why you should be watching Dulce Ambición. Let's roll that music.
Quem cultiva a semente do amor, segue em frente, não se apavora. Se na vida encontrar sabor, vai saber esperar.
If y'all haven't watched the show, I can catch you up real quick. Mary Peace worked her way up. We stand a queen that works hard to make a cake factory. Yes, girl, your girl been baking cake. But her evil, good-for-nothing daughter and her good-for-nothing husband join together to scam her. They're both having a secret affair behind her back, and they're trying to scam her out of her money. I cannot. Yo, this is some wild stuff. The second protagonist, Vivi, the younger protagonist, she's a digital influencer. So girl be hitting up the gram, taking her pictures, getting them deals. And she got her own storyline. She a little trifling though, but this story gives you so much tea every episode. Back to our protagonist, Mary Peace. In the most telenovela plot as usual. Basically, her long-lost love, Amadeo, and Mary Peace were made to believe that they died. So they thought each other died. So then they went and had separate families and and moved on with their lives and whatever. And then they met again years later and they're like, oh my gosh, we should totally get back together. But of course, all the bad guys want to keep them apart. So that's basically it. It's super easy to get into. I'm not going to front. Some of y'all might be confused because this show had the wildest start. So we were promised cakes, fun stuff, a hardworking protagonist and all this stuff. And then we get to the first week and it's like Game of Thrones. Like, we're talking about Game of Thrones meet Romeo and Juliet. There's murder families, there's blood feuds, and we're all like, it's like that meme of that guy who walks into the fire. We're like, what is this mess? Where are the cakes? So I can see why some people were turned away at first, but if y'all gave this a chance, then y'all know how entertaining this show became. Once it settled in, it got so good. The tea is served so good every night. Like, this show got me acting crazy. Like, I'd be at my screen like, yo, that just happened? Like, for real? Oh, hell no. Something I really love about the show is the diversity that we see every episode. I love my Mexican novellas, but they're always very tame when it comes to this. And it felt like what we are shown in Dulce Ambición is actually closer to what we are living here in the United States. I love that there's like Afro-Brazilian characters. I love that we're having transgender characters. You know, there's just something different for everybody. So there's a lot more representation in this show that it makes it more alive and makes it more current. Brazilian shows are just so much more current about their topics. Novellas from Mexico kind of play like a general, like, easy to understand cookie cutter theme. So while it makes it easier to export everywhere, it doesn't give it that unique flavor. And I feel like that flavor we can definitely resonate with over here in the United States. But man, when that show settled in, you know, we were in for some tea. Every night, something happens in this show and it just keeps you guessing. The main reason why we're watching these shows is to see the journey that our protagonist takes. And in this case, María de la Paz, your girl is like a diva. Like, I love her. She's like a PG version of Cardi B. Like, she is ghetto. Like, your girl's a riot. Like, she be coming in, she be acting all crazy. She be saying like the wildest stuff. Your girl's from the hood. Like, she knew she started out poor and she worked her way up and she knows it. And your homegirl knows her worth. And that's what I like about her. You know, she's a tough girl. She worked her way up. She don't let anybody tell her anything else. And María de la Paz just has so much personality. She is so extra, but she's so interesting to watch. Like, you just want to like be there with her and you're always rooting for her, even though she's getting played by all these people. And that makes a strong protagonist. On the other side of the coin, we got the villanos, because we know we watch it for these villanos. The main villana here is Josiane, María de la Paz's daughter. She is so petty. Like, she's basically just mean because she's mean. She's like, oh, I got picked on because I was poor back in the day. And like, girl, we don't care. We don't care about your fake ass tears. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Josiane is mad jealous and she's mad bitter because she wants to be an influencer like Vivi. And girl, ain't nobody following you. Like, first of all, she looked like a mop. She looked like one of them wet noodle dogs. And she's trying to be an influencer when she's just a nasty person. Girl, ain't nobody following you on the IG. I blocked her ass for sure. Josiane is corny and she a bum. And you know who's a bum? Mary Peace's husband. Y'all, when I tell y'all do not date that F-boy, if y'all want to see what that F-boy is in 40 years, there goes Regis. Regis is a good for nothing pretty boy. Like, all he does is just sit around looking pretty. He wasted all his money. He doesn't want to work. He just wants to sit pretty and freaking waste his money. And then he wants Mary Peace to pay all the bills. Like, do not date these F-boys because they will never change. And Regis is the one to show us. He could be in his teens, he could be 40, and they the same. Anyway, these two bums team up to scam Mary Peace out of all her money. Like, you just want to like punch them because they're so good at manipulating her. And you're like, oh my gosh, when are they gonna get caught? And this show just got so much to offer. Like, there's like 100 storylines, and yet like you're never tired of it. Like, it never gets too much, or you never get lost. We got influencers, we got evil nuns, we even have a transgender character, and then of course there's cakes. I ate it all, so I'm gonna show y'all some more. And I know y'all be like, but Alex, it's at 10 o'clock at night. Ain't nobody up that late. Like, first of all, we're not grandmas, okay? And I know that y'all be sleeping through Imperio de Mentiras, which I'm not gonna get into in this video, but it's worth staying up for. The young protagonist is Vivi Wedes, and she is a diva. She is a digital influencer. She's not like an IG thought, but she be putting up pictures and stuff. And they have a really cool campaign where they actually like take pictures in the show and then they put them up on her real Instagram, which is so cool. What I love about this show is that all the characters, it's not like in like a Televisa novela where you're either 100% good or you're just like straight out of the pits of hell. Like, the characters here are flawed. For example, Vivi is a ray of sunshine. She's so sweet. You know, I stan her the first month, but then the second month she started cheating on her man. And I was like, what is this tea? Like, she's getting married to this dude that she clearly didn't love, and then she met this other dude called Chicle. It sounds like a bubblegum, but it's Chicle. And then she met Chicle, and then she started cheating with him, and I was like, this is scandalous, and I'm kind of annoyed at her, but also I can't stop watching, and it just makes it so interesting because the characters are just so dynamic. So you can love a character one week, and then you can hate them the next week, and they're always evolving, which makes it such a unique experience. Vivi, we stand her low-key, and honestly, I haven't blocked her on Instagram, but she do be trifling. Like, the girl was cheating and she got exposed. She got freaking dragged. Her own evil nun sister freaking like jumped her, but Vivi laid them hands though, so I had to give it to her. Those of y'all who are already watching, what do you think about Vivi? Do you love her? Do you hate her? Do you think she was in the right for getting with Chicle and cheating? Y'all let me know in the comments. This is the first Brazilian novela from Globo, which is the Brazilian equivalent of Televisa, to air on prime time on Univision. And so, you know, there are a lot of cultural differences. Even though Brazil and the Latin American countries have a lot of similarities, there's still cultural differences. Those of us who talk about the show nightly, we have some great discussions about like just differences in attitudes. Like, for example, literally everyone on the show is cheating, and it drives us crazy. Everyone's just casually cheating, and it's wild. But it's just like, you know, like they just have such a different take on it than we do. Because we know if this is Televisa, oh, it's over. If you're a cheater, like, you're gonna get a fiery car crash. Like, there's no saving you. Like, but yet, like in this show, it's just done so casually because it's just so different, and it's really cool seeing a different take. Although me personally, I'd be getting annoyed with these characters because y'all should never be cheating on anybody, no matter how much you don't love them, no matter how annoying they are. Like, if you don't like them anymore, just like stop the relationship, just cut them off, and then you're done. Like, just be like, listen, this can't happen anymore. Our relationship is over. I want to go and be with other people instead of cheating. Like, that ain't cool. And what I love about this show is that it's like familiar territory. It's kind of like Brazil's take on a Televisa novela, because even though it has like all the Brazilian flavor, it still has all the classy telenovela elements. Like, it has like long lost relatives, forbidden love, Volanos, you know, all the stuff that you would find in a regular novela. So you already kind of like are in familiar territory, but there's something new about the experience this time because it comes from a whole different country. For those of y'all who are already watching, are you liking it so far? Give it a like if you like it. There's always something to talk about with this show. Those of us who meet nightly on Twitter, we stay dragging these characters. Like, we're always putting up memes and just like dragging them. And literally, like, it's always something crazy happening. And we're just like, oh my God, did that just happen? Or, whoa, she just got dragged. Or we canceling people. We canceling these characters. Like, there's always something crazy going on. It gives us so much tea to talk about. If y'all want to catch up, I do have really, really short, like 1-minute summaries on my Instagram about the previous episodes. That way y'all know exactly what's going on. I let y'all know. I keep y'all updated just in case you miss an episode. This is definitely one of the shows that I recommend the most out of the season. Yo, they got me hooked every night. I'll be dancing to samba like every night when that theme song comes on. I'm telling y'all, don't miss it. Like, this is one of my favorite shows this season. If y'all want to get involved with the community, come join us on Twitter. We are here every night talking about these shows. We all talk about it as it's happening. As of right now, I rate this novella 7.5 out of 10 stars. If y'all ain't watching already, join in. You still have plenty of time. It just got good. If you're watching this show, let me know how you're liking it. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you frustrated? Or do you absolutely love María de la Paz? Y'all let me know. I love all of you who are just commenting every night, taking part in the community, and having some great insightful discussions about the show. You guys make me laugh so much with your comments and your memes and your jokes about these shows. Thank y'all so much. If you like my video, please give it a like. Please subscribe so y'all can hear about my crazy novellas and stuff. So if y'all want to join us, you're welcome to the cake party every Monday to Friday at 10 o'clock at night. It's some good cake. Y'all want some? Subscribe and I'll send you some cakes. You know you want some.